The movie starts with a drugs trafficker named Cher, who arrives at a car accident scene. Before the police arrive, Cher takes a church ring from Mia's hand and then leaves from there. Next, we see Honey, a private investigator, who arrives at that very car accident scene. Homicide detective Marty had called her there. Honey then sees Mia's face and recognizes her as her client, because Mia had called Honey a day earlier and they were supposed to meet the next day. When Marty asks Honey if the girl was her client, she denies it. Honey then comes to her office, where her client named Mr. Siegfried comes to her. He tells Honey that he feels his boyfriend, Callaghan, is cheating on him. Honey tells him, yes, he is. We both know that he is cheating on you. However, he tells Honey to still do the complete investigation. Honey then goes to her sister Heidi's house. During this time, Heidi's daughter, Corinne, gets into her boyfriend Mickey's car and tells her mother that she will not be coming home tonight. Next, we see Drew, who is a cult leader and works as a drug dealer. Drew's henchman, Shuggy, comes to him and informs him that one of his drivers, Little Joy, has died due to a drug overdose. Drew says to Shuggy, if he's dead, why did you bring him here and disturb me? Then Drew comes outside and tells Little Joe's father that he is no longer in this world. Little Joe's father then takes Little Joe's dead body and leaves from there. Honey then comes to a bar where Mia used to work. She meets the bar owner and asks him about Mia. The bar owner tells Honey, I was pretty angry at her when she didn't show up for her shift Tuesday. So when I found out she's dead. The bar owner asks Honey, did she have to pay you? Honey replies, no, I had not even met her. But she called and said she was afraid of something the cops couldn't help her with. We were going to meet the next day. Honey then goes to Marty's office and gets Mia's home address from him. Drew meets Cher and gives her a suitcase full of money. Cher tells Drew, we will have to find someone else because you are not doing your job properly. We could all get into trouble because of you. Then, she gives the church ring to Drew, which she had taken from Mia's hands. Drew apologizes to Cher and tells her that there will be no more mistakes. Next, we see Drew's assistant, Hector, who meets Mr. Siegfried's boyfriend, Callaghan, at a bar. Hector tells Callaghan that he has brought his order. Callaghan tells Hector, give me that order, but he tells him that you have to pay for this order and the last one. Callaghan tells Hector, let's go talk outside the bar. Outside the bar, Callaghan tells him that he doesn't have the money. When Callaghan doesn't give Hector the money for the last order, Hector punches him in the face. Then he runs over him with a car and kills him. Meanwhile, the bartender also sees Hector hitting Callaghan with the car and killing him. The bartender then calls the police station. Honey comes to Mia's house and meets her parents. Honey then goes to Mia's room, where she finds a white dress. Mia's mother tells Honey, this is Mia's church dress. She had recently become a member of the Four-Way Temple. Meanwhile, Honey finds a chain dress inside Mia's church dress. Shuggy comes to Drew and tells him that Hector has killed a customer by hitting him with a car, and that a bartender has also seen him killing the customer. Drew tells Shuggy to find him and kill him, or we'll all get caught if he gets in the hands of the police. When Hector comes into the house with clothes, he sees that his grandmother is lying dead on the floor. At the same time, he sees in his grandmother's eyes that Shuggy is coming from behind to attack, and he moves away. Then they both fight. However, Hector overpowers him and kills him by shooting him. Hector then arrives at Drew's house. Drew is with naked women, so Hector closes his eyes and shoots. When he opens his eyes, there is no one in front of him. That's when Drew hits him on the head with a bouquet of flowers, knocking him unconscious, and then shoots him dead. At night, Honey meets MG, who is a police officer, at the bar. Then Honey takes MG to her house and they get intimate. In the morning, Corinne comes at Honey's house and she is very injured. Corinne tells Honey that Mickey has beaten her badly. Corinne tells Honey, you should not tell my mother that Mickey has beaten me, otherwise she will call the police and yell at me a lot. Later, Honey meets Drew and asks him if Mia was in any trouble, but he doesn't tell her anything. However, Honey understands that he is responsible for Mia's accident. At night, Corinne is returning home after finishing her work. Meanwhile, at a bus stop, an old man says I love you to Corinne, and she gets scared and runs away. The next day, Heidi calls Honey and tells her that Corinne has not come home since the night before. Honey goes to Mickey's house and beats him up, asking him where Corinne is. However, he tells her that he hasn't seen her for 2 days. The same old man who said I love you to Corinne at the bus station comes to Honey's house, and he is none other than Honey's father. He tells Honey that he has changed and wants to be with her. He also tells her that he met his granddaughter Corinne, and said I love you to her, but she ran away without speaking to him. Honey asks her father where he saw Corinne, and he tells her that he saw her at the bus stop. Honey takes a picture of Corinne and inquires at all the shops near the bus stop, but she can't find any trace of her. Honey sees a picture of Drew on the bus and suspects that he might be involved in Corinne's disappearance. Later, Marty calls Honey and tells her that Mia did not die in a car accident. She was stabbed to death. Cher shoots and kills Drew. Meanwhile, Honey also arrives at the church and hears the gunshot. At that very moment, she sees Cher leaving the church. Honey then goes to Marty and tells him she suspects her niece is inside the church, but he tells her they can't raid the church because they don't have any solid proof. When Marty doesn't help Honey, she goes to MG to ask for help, but she isn't on duty. Then, she gets MG's home address and goes to her house, which is near the same bus stop. MG's house is open, so she goes inside. A little later, MG also arrives there. Honey sees 2 cups in MG's house, and one of them has Corinne's lipstick mark on it. She realizes that MG has kidnapped Corinne. Meanwhile, MG attacks Honey. MG then picks up a dagger and stabs Honey in the stomach. Honey then shoots and kills MG. Afterward, she faints. Corinne and Heidi bring Honey to the hospital. A few days later, Honey sees Cher on the signal and starts flirting with her, and the movie ends there.